All right, over here at the bottom left, we have our Terran player on the team, IM from Korea. He is IM MVP. And over here at the top right, our Zerg player from Taiwan, he is Gamania Sen. This is our WCG 2011 Grand Final Supermatch.
Yes, indeed. We have a Supermatch each day. Yesterday, we had a StarCraft 2 Supermatch between Fnatic Todd and Alternate Dark Force. That's where the Todd was able to walk away with the laptop. Unfortunately for Todd, that's the only thing he won, because he had a really unsuccessful World Cyber Games today as well. He lost 3 games, and then he pretty much decided that it was it for him, and he just walked away. Very disappointing, because Todd has a really rich Warcraft 3 history as well.
Yeah,
within
of course.
World Cyber Games. I think he has 1 silver medal and 1 bronze medal. So definitely something to be really proud of, and I'm sure that he was very eager to add a StarCraft 2 medal to that collection.
Yeah, I mean, definitely so. He's got such an impressive Warcraft 3 career, and he's been doing quite well for himself in StarCraft 2, so I can understand his frustration, but it's his first StarCraft 2 WCG. There'll be many to come.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think he went to 5 or 6 as Warcraft 3 player, so nothing is left yet for Todd, and there's always a next year. But, I mean, certainly for Warcraft 3 players, World Cyber Games was the most prestigious event in the year by far. It always had this little bit of magic to the tournament, a little bit of extra, and I'm sure that Todd still felt the same way about WCG, even though like I'm sure that in the community quite some people are quite critical about WCG right now, like best of 1 group stage. But for a player who played to the WCG for so many years and has been keen on those medals for so long, you don't really care, you just want to perform here.
Yeah.
And that's all you care about, so yeah, obviously he's very, very disappointed.
Yeah, and a lot of StarCraft 2 players remember the days in StarCraft 1 where WCG was the tournament, just like you were saying, and it's a really special event for everyone here, I have to say.
Yeah, it's just so cool that there are like players from all over the world, not just the absolute top-notch players, but that literally everybody has a shot at making it to fame and glory. And yeah, WCG often provides those Cinderella stories. I guess you didn't follow WCG Warcraft in 2007?
I actually did not see Warcraft in 2007.
Okay, well, that was a legendary story. I spoke about it before earlier today, but something that everybody who followed Warcraft 3 back then will never forget. And that's just the cool thing that World Cyber Games has. It gives you those things that you will never forget. And actually, my first touch with esports ever was watching the World Cyber Games Grand Final in 2004. Actually listening to an audio stream, no picture.
WCG has always been an awesome event. I'm really excited. This is my first time being able to cast it. And my first time being able to cast with you.
Yeah, that's something you will remember forever, man.
Yeah, of course I'm going to remember this forever.
Later on, when I'll be Mr. Big Shot, you'll be like, I know Rotterdam. I did a game with him at WCG.
Yeah, man.
Just kidding.
Well, it looks like MVP is going to move out with 2 Marines to put some pressure on here. He's got his SCV out there as well. He could try to bunker. I don't think he will. He's doing the same build he did last game, Reactor Hellion expanded. Again, like you said at WCG maps, it's always cross-positioned, so both players are very aware of that. Looks like this SCV actually will go down.
I'm surprised we didn't actually see that many cheeses yet. I really thought when you force cross-position every single map, we're going to see a lot of off-gate proxy from Protoss, a lot of 11 or 11x for Terran.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, if you know where your opponent's spawn is, essentially making it cross-positions makes it always far positions, but it makes it essentially a 2-player map. So, you know, it's got its advantages and disadvantages for that. A lot of pressure being put on here by these 2 Marines, but if Sen controls decently well, he shouldn't lose anything.
Nope, even that single queen should be able to deal with this. Once again, a relatively quick roach one right now for Sen. For MVP, we have an exactly identical opening as he went for in the previous game. Previous game, he was very cute though with that fake bunker and allowing those Hellions entering the main base. But Sen will probably not fall for the same trick twice.
Yeah, I don't think so. This time he's got these Marines. Does not have the SCV to join up with them though, and it looks like he's going to make a few more roaches. Actually, no, 6 drones in production. His roach war not quite done yet, and in fact, he only has 1 Zergling out right now.
Nice timing on the queens though. I really like it. Sen, he really knows the timings perfectly as it seems. Brings the second queen down just when the Hellions arrive, like no second too early and definitely not a second too late. More Rexes going up in the main base right now from MVP. His command center finished up. We have 32 drones right now against 24 SCVs.
Yeah, and the roaches pop out just in time, and MVP is going to have to turn around with those Hellions.
Yep, we're most likely going to see a similar push from MVP as in the previous game. That's something he's been quite keen on for a long time. This is actually quite a quick starport this time.
Yeah, a quicker starport, and getting Marauders out, in fact, right now, making a few of those to help ward off the roaches when they go on their attack.
Perhaps he was afraid of a big roach or early roach aggression.
Yeah.
Since he did not float over that CC as well.
And just 2 roaches coming down the middle of the map.
They're scary, man.
They are scary. Just going to scare any Hellions away. But it looks like Sen is going to be completely fine against the Hellions that are still in the middle of the map because he's got those queens there. He's got roaches at home. These roaches are a little bit over-eager. He's trying to come up here and see what they can spot. There's no command center on the low ground, though, and that's some good scouting information for Sen to have. Yeah,
it's really good scouting information. But if I was Sen right now, I'd be a little bit worried. Like, what the hell is going on? We can see him straight away throwing down a few spore crawlers, I think, in both. No, actually not in his natural yet. You could potentially face a double star with Banshee of one base. Obviously for Zerg it's quite hard to scout in this phase of the game. He did spot the Hellion, so he knew there was a factory, but this is a very late command center for MVP. It wasn't that late, but it's late in place.
Yeah, he placed it very late, that's for sure. And that's a lot of mining time lost. So Sen now probably feels a little bit comfortable with his economy since he knows that it's been late. He's got a lot of drones. He's been droning up quite heavily. But he does have to be careful of another one of those timing attacks like we saw last game.
Look at MVP, man. He seemed really confident on that laptop. He's like, yeah, I do it every day, man. Like cruising and blazing around over that keyboard laptop. He's like, I can do this. And Sen, meanwhile, looked a little bit depressed. He's like...
yeah, Sen just has not looked his best at WCG, I have to say.
Yeah. See Refinery going down right now in the natural expand from our MVP. He does have that starport. The first medevacs are on the field already. This is going to be a really interesting push. I mean, this is something we saw perhaps a long time ago when we have some Marauders and one or two Hellions as well. Sen not taking care of those roaches, and he could use literally every roach really well. Straight away we've seen 18 Zerglings morphing into production.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of Zerglings out here, but I don't know if they're going to come out one at a time. It depends on how MVP micros this. He may actually be able to kill the third hatchery or force a cancel on it.
Nice scan right there, and he's going to actually stim up the ramp right now. The queen is a little bit out of position. First queen will fall, but a lot of links streaming down the ramp right now.
A really nice micro by MVP, hugging the wall so he cannot be surrounded.
Yeah, really nice micro right there. That's our MVP. That's something I don't see all that often in Europe, even though I think Europe players are really good as well. This is MVP. You can really see taking it to the next level. Nice pickup as well to the high ground. More Zerglings are falling, and I think Sen is in a world of trouble.
Sen may actually just lose all of his units here. Not really able to use his Zerglings properly, and the micro from MVP is just incredible at this point.
It's ridiculous. I mean, he only lost like 3 or 4 units in the process so far. Sen is still at 87 supply though. His macro is not slipping. He's morphing in a lot of units. The queen does survive, and that's actually very, very important.
Yeah, the queen does survive, and he's been able to continue to try to spread that creep out. He's trying his best.
All the Zerglings are on the low ground right now. Those Marauders doing a good job on the high ground against the roaches. But the queens will scare away this medevac, and Sen will actually survive.
Yeah, and he survives. And MVP may have actually overextended a little bit here. Perhaps going to lose some of these units.
Does pick up that siege tank though, so only lose a few Marines. And he just keeps dropping in the middle of the map. MVP, man, he never gives up.
Never gives up. Never give up, never surrender.
Wow, look at the work account. 62 drones right now against only 36 SCVs.
Yeah, incredible droning by Sen. I'm really impressed with his ability to get all those drones out and hold that attack off with a third base. It's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually, wow, he's up to 70 drones right now. I thought I saw it wrong, but he's really going to be at 70
it's
drones.
It's real, man. It's 70 to 40.
Wow, Sen, how do you do it? It can't be right. I mean, it was fantastic micro by MVP. I think he really made the best out of that situation. But this game, I just felt that Sen realized straight away, like, that Orbital is not there yet. Something must be coming. And it could be Banshees. That's why he had a Spore Crawler, I guess. But it could have been something else as well. And he had enough units on the map. He tried to do his creep spread as good as possible. He lost a few tumors to the scan. But I think in general, his macro was fantastic during all that pressure of MVP.
Yeah, I completely agree. He used the queens to even try to continue spreading creep. It didn't work, but he was trying his best to continue spreading creep while all of the battle was going on. Great multitasking from Sen this game. He's got a lot of resources stacked up here for his Spire. Now he's going to make about 17 mutas.
Wow, that's ridiculous. I really love as well how he has like 102 out of 144 supply. So often you see Zerg players, they have like a supply buffer of like 20 or something, but then they actually have more money and they have supply caps straight away because they can produce more mutalisks. Sen realizing he's going to be able to produce a ton of mutas and having 40-50 free supply, that it's really smart. It's small things, but it really matters a lot.
It really does. These mutas are going to come out and help deter these drops. This actually may be a little bit of an overextension from MVP. He's going to do some damage,
so
but
many mutas.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to escape with these drops. There's way too many mutas.
Yep, certainly not with those Marauders. Quite a few of Marines right now. Oh, Sen should be careful with his mutalist. Sen, what are you doing? Well, he will be able to clear up the drop. But I felt he lost 3-4 mutas, kind of unnecessary there.
A little bit unnecessary, but I guess he felt, I have enough mutas, I guess this is okay.
Sen up 50 supply right now of MVP. Sen is on a very steady 3 base, 70 drones, morphing in more and more drones. That's ridiculous. He's going to be at like 82 drones right now. That might actually be just a little bit too much.
It may be. He may have to get a 4th base pretty soon. There he goes, making the 4th hatchery in the middle of the map. These mutas might get caught by Marines.
What, we're not going to see that?
Almost.
Like a lot of things.
Oh, they are going to get caught. Oh, no! Sen losing so many mutalisks.
Wow, Sen making a really crucial error right now in the middle of this map. MVP forcing a cancel as well on this 4th hatch, so we might actually see MVP with a little bit too much money soon and not enough hatcheries, even though he does have that macro hatch in his natural.
Yeah, and you know, right now MVP taking a 3rd base, deterred those mutas completely. He's got total control of the map right now. We're going to see how far he's going to push it.
Wow, Sen, I mean, he had so many mutalisks. He could have done so much more with this. I really felt there was barely any anti-air when he was morphing in 18 mutalisks. And right now, 3-4 minutes later in the game, what did they really achieve with the mutas besides clearing up
the
2
drops? Yeah, that's it. So yeah, a little bit disappointing with the mutas. 1-1 upgrades though for Sen. He's been able to keep up with the upgrades. MVP at 0-1 right now.
Seems like both players are going to meet each other in the middle of the map. MVP does see that army coming in. He's going to siege up in time, but it's an overwhelming Zerg force, even though it's off creep. So Sen wants to be careful.
Yeah, he's going to have to be extremely careful with how he engages here. I love that MVP keeps taking the watchtower. Looks like Sen's going to commit to this attack. I'm not sure if he has enough.
He's going to have the Banelings on the low ground. Very cute micro by Sen, but the Banelings do not get in range of the Marines. We still have a lot of Marines alive. One siege tank will fall, though.
Yeah, it feels like Sen may just have too large of an army here. But with more reinforcements coming for MVP, I guess I'm wrong.
Yes, those Marines, I mean, obviously Roach Hydra are not that good against Tim Marines with medevacs. So I think Sen wisely decides to back off.
Yeah, once all the Banelings were cleaned up, it was very difficult for him to engage that. Really nice targeting by MVP. Yep. It was a cute move to send the Banelings on the low ground. It just didn't work out for him.
Yeah, I think it was really cute. Unfortunately, we did not see it once again, but it was an excellent idea by Sen. Perhaps it didn't work out that well, but still an A for effort. And I think stuff like that will always pay off in the long run.
Yeah, definitely. So 29 Banelings being morphed right now for Sen, so he's going to have that Baneling count right back up to where it used to be. A lot of turrets already placed, but catches a dropship for MVP. That's unfortunate.
Yep, with 8 Marines in it as well. 1 missile turret will fall. A couple of Marines coming in. Sen, this time he is aware of his mutas though, so he will retreat them.
Oh, look at this Zergling coming to check for drops. He's going to spot this drop that's heading for that base. Sending his mutas home immediately. I'm not sure if they're going to be there in time though.
Even if they're not going to be in time, at least he's going to be able to clear off that drop. He's not going to lose any drones. The worst thing that could happen is a cancel on this hatchery. So still really, really smart scouting by Sen.
And does have to cancel it, but keeps the drone alive, so he'll be able to remake it immediately. Just losing a few minerals there.
First Taurus on the way right now from MVP. That's an interesting choice. Who's slowly but steady catching up in supply. We see +1 or +2 attack is actually almost done. A +2 armor just started. He's going to unload those Marines right now on the right side of the map. Oh, that's quite a scary Zerg army.
Yeah, that is a really scary Zerg army, and he controls the watchtower with it, which makes it even scarier. The only thing that could make it scarier would be creep spread, which he is spreading slowly towards that watchtower right now.
I felt on Metaloa, he was doing a really good job with his creep spread. This game is a little bit less. It seems like Sen wants to go for it, though. Here comes the swarm.
Yeah, here they come. There's a command center in the way. And Baneling's getting some good hits.
Wow, getting some massive hits on all of those Marines. MVP trying to split up his Marines, but it's just not really working out right now. Here come the Banelings in the SCV line.
Oh, so many SCVs taken out, and it looks like Sen in an almost unlosable position now. He's got more than double the supply. He is going to kill a ton of drones here with this little drop.
Yeah, he's going to be able to kill quite a few drops, quite a few drones. We see a drop in the main base as well from Sen, but Sen just did so much damage to everything that MVP has right now. He's probably going to lose. Yeah, he already lost that third base. He lost all of his tanks. He lost basically all of his Marines. And, well, 33 SCVs against 70 drones.
Yeah, that's not a very good count to have.
Certainly not when the main base is most likely mined out 19 minutes into this game.
Absolutely.
The natural expand is probably running thin as well. Well, not that thin, at least a few mineral patches are thin. There we do see the main base. Pretty much nothing left right there. We're going to have Infestors on the map now as well.
Yeah, he's got Infestors, he's got Mutalisks out, he's got a Greater Spire on the way. He's got control of the center of the map, and MVP is going to have to make a miracle happen to come back in this game.
Well, he plays for Incredible Miracles, so it might be possible.
I guess it is possible.
But it's going to be hella tough for sure, certainly without a third base. And if you look at the production tab as well of Sen, that's just scary. All the scary upgrades are going down. The Adrenaline Glance is just going to go for it. So many Zerglings.
Yeah, over 100 Zerglings here running in. He may just have too many for MVP with these investors supporting as well. I don't think MVP can win this fight.
Pongo goes down when everything else died already, but it doesn't really matter. Sen is just literally clearing up everything that I'm MVP has to offer. Mudas will clear up as well. Still 2,000 gold in the bank.
GG.
And GG it is. Wow, fantastic game by Sen.
Yeah, that's the Sen I know. That's the Sen that we haven't really seen too much of yet at WCG. Able to take out MVP, a multiple-time GSL